when we get the joeys like this, our conservation work with them is to help them grow and develop and to successfully release them back into the wild, which is it's a big project in itself, because you can't just raise these little guys and then push them out. They go through a big process and they're with us a very long time. So Hamish is about 4.5 months now, and he will spend probably another 9 or 10 months with us before he is soft released from our sanctuary. And we need to see more corridors, wildlife corridors, kept in place for these animals. But also what we need to see is change in legislation, particularly with their conservation status. They are currently listed as of least concern, which means that when developers and councils and state government plan for infrastructure, for instance, they don't have to consider these animals because they are listed as of least concern. Therefore, it is assumed they will self-disperse, which that's very nice in theory, but when you have nowhere to self-disperse to, and you get pushed out into urban areas, which means we then see kangaroos coming into contact far more with cars and trucks, and it causes fatalities. These animals are not a pest species. They are endemic and incredibly important to our amazing landscape. They're on our coat of arms, and as you can tell, I'm English. The first time I saw a wild kangaroo was the day I arrived in Australia 21 years ago. And I fell in love with kangaroos on that day, and that love hasn't changed, and it won't change, because these are such unique animals to our beautiful country, and people come from all over the world. I know we are struggling at the moment with a pandemic, but people will come back. People know us for our kangaroos and our wallabies, and it's really important that we talk about the importance. Hamish is saying he's getting a bit camera shy now. But yes, our conservation work is very important. We're pretty outspoken. We need to stand up and say why these guys are so important to Australia. And it's thanks also to organisations like Kangaroos Alive and World Kangaroo Day that we can start bringing these issues to the forefront. Ending the meat industry and the legal slaughter, harvesting of kangaroos in Australia will be a great start, and also protecting them far more, and protecting far more of the wallabies. What a lot of people don't realise, in the kangaroo harvesting world, there are 4 states that allow that legally here in Australia. It's not just grey kangaroos, eastern greys or western grey kangaroos or reds. It's an awful lot of wallabies as well. So, but yes, it's a passion. It's a lot of hard work. It's not all just about cute and cuddly. It's about getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to do feeds. Anybody who's raised human children will know exactly what I'm talking about. Feeds at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning aren't the greatest time of day to get up. But it's very much worth it, and we must continue this important work. And I long for the day when I no longer have to raise a joey kangaroo or wallaby because its mother has been killed here or anywhere in Australia.
Well, we need to accept that kangaroo conservation is more, as I said, than greys and west. But the kangaroo harvesting and the mistreatment of kangaroos, a lot of people are fearful of kangaroos. They feel they might be attacked by a kangaroo. Letting people know about their gentle nature and their wonderfully endearing natural histories.